Welcome to Satisfactory. My name is Mike B, aka Phony. We're going to take a look at this game. A lot of you guys have already checked it out. It was on Epic Game Store last year, and at the time Epic and I were not really getting along, but now we are. Everything's fine, but it was too late because Satisfactory is already on Steam, and I have it. It is a very, very, very fun and relatively complex, just complex enough. Colony builder. Well, not a colony builder, more like Factorio. And if you don't know what Factorio is, basically here's a bunch of resources. You have a tech tree that you can follow, and then you can continue do upgrades and use different ways of interlinking different machines, and you can create an efficient basically factory to basically process things and do whatever and reach your goals more quickly. And you have unlimited combinations of things that you can do in order to achieve those goals. And so what I'm going to do today, I will show you my current build that I'm doing on the live stream later, but I don't want to show. I'm not going to show you this whole episode is going to be based on a new build because honestly, a lot of the game to me is in discovering the stuff that you come across. So what I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to go ahead and get in here real quick, and we're going to skip the tutorial process, that way I have access to a few things, and this is just going to be the I4B. There we go. Which one did I choose? You have 4 different planets, I guess you could say, to explore, and they're apparently massive, like absolutely massive. So here we go. Welcome back, aka Mike B. That's me. All right, so we're in this one. Cool. I'm familiar with this one, so this is good. Now, we're not going to... Well, let me see, actually. I'm curious where... let me see. I know we have a HUD here. Let's go grab a couple things. So first off, that's a good idea. First off, it's beautiful, right? We start here. Look at this view. It's just ridiculous. This is a really good view, actually. You're going to find beauty like this everywhere. Definitely gives a bit of a No Man's Sky vibe, in a sense, especially when you're running around and you're picking up leaves, for example. If you play Ark, you're very used to this kind of stuff. Running around and just basically just mowing the lawn. Collecting as many things as you can. Same thing in the No Man's Sky and several other survival games. But this game is not a survival game. You don't have health. Well, you have health. You don't have hunger, or you don't have to worry about liquids or anything like that. It's just get the resources together that you need in order to build structures and continue to evolve. Tech-wise, let me see. The hub. So we have a hub. The hub is basically your starting... this is not a good place for it. Let me actually go... Let me see if I can find... Maybe there's a flat area, but this is basically your main building block that houses some of your more common things you're going to be using. Your progress tree. It's like a terminal that you're going to be using to gauge your progress. Ah, here we go. Perfect. There's some resources right there. Nice. It's probably some resources close. Let's see. I'm just going to pull this up here. We'll do a search for... Let's see. What is that over there? That's not copper. That's lime, which is good for concrete, build foundations. And then there's some copper over there. Let's see. A bunch over there and over there. What's cool about this thing is when you ping it, it will put this pulse out. It really is on this pulse. That's why they come up at different times. So this first one, boop, boop. Those two are relatively close together. Very cool system, ping system. So let's go and get this thing down here. Let me see. Pull this up. Oh, cool. Gives some starting stuff too. Awesome. So let me see. And then we can rotate it a little bit. Let's put it like right along the line here. I think that's the side I want to be over there. I'm not quite sure. So boom. It's down. Kaboom! Yeah. So it's telling me we've got inventory here. We have a computer, which is this is where you go through and you can unlock. You can unlock different tiers of tech. We don't have to worry about this right now, but this is where I'm a little further ahead than what this thing has unlocked. But you do have to contribute to this as you play. So you'd go through here and you would say select milestone. Let's say I want to get the assembler, copper sheet, rotor, modular frame, all this stuff. You click select milestone, you go through, you make all this material and submit it, and then you would graduate from that from that particular tier, the particular tree in that tier, and then unlock all that gear. There is so much stuff that you could do in the game. There's so many tiers of things, but we're not going to focus on that again because there's just too many spoilers in there. Let's see. So this area here is where you're going to go to make some of your basic supplies. You can build a machine that's going to show you everything, or that's going to allow you to process stuff. But for the most part, you're going to be standing here. This is important to mention. You're going to be standing here holding the spacebar down. On the stream, I have a drill that I have, and I'll just take it and just hold on. There we go. Yep. So we'll just take it and we'll just plop that boy right down the spacebar, and we'll let this thing just start making as many screws as we get our hands on. We're gonna need a few screws, but but that's what you're gonna be sitting here for a long time. And initially I was just like, is this like a clicker in disguise or something? Like, what's going on? And then somebody told me about the spacebar thing. You can auto hotkey that if you want, or if it's a G key or whatever, but sometimes it's a drill, just a hammer or something, you know. You have those laying around your desk, right? Let's see. I got other things lit up here because these are important things to note. The hub also has its 2 power generators here, and this thing uses biomass. Biomass is, it could be wood. We throw wood in here. Boom, that's power. It could be flower petals, or it could be leaves. There are 273 leaves. This is why we were running around mowing the grass earlier. So there, those things have power. Let's go ahead and hook this first guy up. We'll say one here, one here. Very crude, so don't judge. And then we would click on this and say we want power to this one, and then this one, click on that, power to this one. Each one of these has 4 slots. We've taken one, just getting power here, and then obviously we're going to have to worry about spacing these things out in order to use multiple pieces of equipment. But the line gets really long, like really, really long. And not only that, you can place things from really far away. So it makes building stuff really easy. I mean, look at this. I'm just, bam. Just click this. Oh, too long. There we go. I'm sorry, just chucking wires over there. Look at that. Just throw it over there. Just builds itself. So I could, if I wanted to, build something out there, but we're not going to do that. I'm going to demolish this thing. Get that just right. Boop. Get all my resources back. So you see, you could just stand somewhere and just build, and not even move. It also has a couple of guideline things too, which I think is really, really great. Let's go and pull this up here, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So we have a biomass burner. Actually, let's get another building. Let me see. Conveyor, organization, storage container. Perfect. So what's really cool about placing things is that you have the ability to snap things to a grid. So it'll snap, like, for example, you can feel it kind of clicks there, right? So it's locked to the structure, it looks like. You can also, if I get a good position here on this. Here, let me put one down. Let's see if I can afford another one. So you can line these things up. It shows you on the ground. I wonder if it does it on here, if it maybe needs to be on a platform. That's what it is. Hold on a second. Let me go and take this, tear it down. It's been a minute since I've started over. It's been like days, really, not that long. I don't have platforms. Oh, look at that. So, okay, what I wanted to show you was that it has a locking or a guide that will pop down, and it'll show you what you have or what you are, hold on a second, lined up with. So if you want to line them up with, you know, with another building that's a different size or whatever, then when you're on a platform, it seems, then it will actually show you that line so you can get things nice and tidy, which I'm sure a lot of people like. Me too, actually. Like, just getting some of these things like just perfectly like lined up and all that, and like not here because everything's kind of like haphazardly placed, and I feel like straight lines would kind of be kind of strange, but you know, just in general. Now here's something that's kind of nice. So you come all the way down here, maybe that kind of looks wonky or something, you could just click and then pull this up so you can maintain some height. Click and hold. There we go. And this is eventually going to come over here. We're going to put a miner down here. Let's go ahead and put this down. So actually, there's a couple ways we could do this. When you first start off, and this tier 1 stuff is seriously like first hour, so I'm not really like, you know, giving you guys too many spoilers. Let me go and pull this open here. So these are your miners. You take this guy here and you throw it down on the ground. Boop. And it pops right open and it gets to work. It just starts digging. And if you go and click on it or hit E, you could see that it's collecting stuff, and I could say, cool, grab all, and you could go and take it. And this is how you're going to start. This is going to be your first like 15-20 minutes, and it's very annoying. You're going to go and you're going to process this stuff into things like I said, like concrete, so you could build platforms, which I would recommend. It was recommended to me to do that initially. I recommend it to you guys to do this initially. And then we can just say, cool, grab all. Let's get the miner, because we're going to go ahead and show you guys now the building and how these things interlink. So give you an idea of just how you would get in and how easy it is to set some of these things up. So really, you're not fighting with the game in order to get stuff done. You are mostly just trying to get creative with how you get stuff done. Let me see. I'm going to turn this guy around. Always pointing in the right direction. We'll say like that. Give a nice little turn here. And then same thing. So we take this, and we just say boom, and let's get some height. Get some height right out the door. Oh, that's a little bit high, a little unrealistic, I guess. There are limitations, by the way. If it gets too steep, it won't let you place it. Actually, you know what? Fine. The game lets me do it. I suppose it's fine. Then we'll go and click on. Oh, a little bit too far there. We need another one of these. Get that up there. Get us some good height. Is it going up higher? This is pretty awesome, actually. And then, I forgot. So there is one thing that I totally spaced here. Actually, no, that part was correct. The other part was incorrect. Let me see. Hit this, and then this belt's going the wrong way, basically. which happens if you place it from the, I guess, from the wrong side of this. Let me go ahead and turn this around. I have the back end going this way, so we're going to turn this around. It's very easy to do. We just got to get organization storage, and this time we'll make sure the arrows are in the on the right side. There we go. Same thing again. One belt. Let's actually get out here, and what we'll do is just kind of give it a little bit kind of a realistic. You're going underneath this, right? So we'll place that there, and then get a little low, and now start getting high. Just start getting high. Go into that tree, maybe a little bit. And then we'll wrap this guy around to this. That looks silly. That's fine. That's fine. All right, so now all that stuff's up out of the way, but we need power. So let's go to the back. This is why I said earlier, oh, hey, look, we got a visit from a friend. He doesn't really do anything. He's pretty chill. Well, he hasn't done anything to me yet. I haven't really tried to attack him just for fun. I haven't really tried that yet. Is he chucking things? Oh, that's me chucking things. I was like, hold on a second. Is he attacking me? What's going on? Here we go. Then we put power line to you. Now it has power. You'll see right over here, you can physically see, or I guess physically, virtually see this thing putting ore, well, in the limestone in this case, on the track. So, let me get, can I get up? Can I get it? Can I get up there? I want to ride up, I want to ride with him. There we go. You can ride with him too. Squat down, there we go. Oh yeah. Look at that. Your speed is also boosted by the moving railway, which means in the game it actually counts as a moving platform. Like, so you're actually gaining speed and losing speed going this way. So this conveyor belt's going to just continually dump unlimited sources. All of your ore sources and everything are all unlimited. It's going to continually dump everything into the storage container, and we need to figure out something to do with it. So that's the next stage of what you're going to do in terms of building. And now you can, there's a couple things you could do here. Let me see. Well, first, you can go into your inventory here and take, as it starts to populate here, which is going to do in just a second. Here we go. You can go through and grab whatever you want. If you're just getting started, maybe you want to grab a couple off the thing and grab them. Now, this is, there's, was it 6 limestone? There's 6 limestone in per stack. I believe the better, I just unlocked, you know what, never mind. Yeah, just know this. Numbers in terms of throughputs, in terms, there's numbers everywhere. This is how much it is. This is there's how much you make when you deal with processing stuff. There's how many things, how many items something can carry, how many items you can process per minute, and it tells you right on the unit itself. So let's go ahead and build a. It's gonna be a constructor for this one, and then we'll just put it right here. This is. Oh my god, that's not gonna work. Wait, hold on, we might be able to make this work. We might be able to make this work actually. Hold on, let me see. If I could get this thing. Nope, okay. Immediately, yeah, sorry. I thought for sure we could get it work, man. Let me see, go raise this up. Let's get to a better spot over here. Do I have the resources? I kinda do. I don't wanna get too crazy. Let me see, we'll plop this guy up here, right on top. Let's see what I said I was gonna make. Constructor. Turn this guy so that way we get those things. You see, they're already coming down. They're already making their way down. Cannot wait to get to work. Bam. There we go. Powered from this guy to this. You see, it's so easy. And which this is a huge part of these kinds of games. Like Oxygen included requires a little bit of brain work sometimes because you're dealing with temperatures and all that stuff. Like this game is just simple enough. Click, click, click. It's done. You don't have to sit there and send dudes over to work on it. It just gives you the freedom to just to try different things. So we have what coming in? We have limestone. Limestone goes into concrete, and you can see again, there's more data here. Stats, 4 seconds. It takes 4 seconds to make one, and it takes 3 limestone. Okay. And then we look at this right here. It has power, so it's producing, and it's producing 45 per minute. So this is where, if you have this OCD for efficiency, you can sit there and calculate the throughput of every single item, every single storage unit, every single thing that processes or builds or constructs or whatever, and you can make something as efficient as you possibly can, because not all numbers match up. Not all numbers match up. Like you'll have things that will, don't worry about that. You have things that will take more resources to do blank, right? Hold on a second. Let me actually go ahead and do this real quick. Get that stuff out of here because we have to start crafting stuff. So all that stuff is stuck in there right now. I could start pulling it out with this, but I want to put another storage unit down if it'll let me. This game is very forgiving when you start with hold on a second. You know what? Hold on a second. Give me these things. Oh, I can't build them yet. Dang it. All right. Well, You have to just wait for platforms when I show you guys my save in a minute here. There we go. Oh, Sunday. There's my friend over there. He's leaving. Let's go and pop it into photo mode so you can see this guy from a distance. Zoom on in, middle click, get rid of that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, man. It's got a pretty good little photo mode. You can't see yourself, though. Can't, no third-person photo mode or nothing like that. All right, let's go and hook this right to this if I can. Yes, I can. Here we go. So all those resources are going to come down here, and I can use them for whatever. Now, I can't really do a lot with limestone, so I'm really glad I showed you guys that. What I can do is show you guys, and actually, I'm going to show you guys, yeah, we're going to switch over to my save in a second, but let me just show you some of the basics here with just building some things. So like I said, you go through and you can not only build stuff using a refiner or assembler. You're starting basic units here. Is this yeah, limestone? Let's pick up some of those. But you can also grab this stuff and go over and build it in the assembler. The assembler will also kind of expand as you learn more things. If you do the tutorial, you kind of add each one of these basic tier 1 items, together. You could take, you see how this is biomass wood, biomass leaves. You can take and turn some leaves into a more condensed biomass, fuel for your burner, and you could just go there. So I already threw some stuff in here, but I could go back and go back and take some. Good, lots of it. So that's going to stop production on everything. Everything stops pretty much. You can overload a circuit, and it will tell you when you do. So we'll go through and just craft a bunch of these, and these will these basically are more efficient or not logs, but fuel for your burner. So let's see. And your organization here is actually pretty simple as well. I do wish that there seems to be a lot of negative space in the UI at times, like in a lot of areas. And I don't know if it's just flavor or what. It's consistent where like everything has a whole lot of negative space. I guess it's supposed to be like, this is what the control panel looks like or something, or maybe they're going to expand into this later. But it's important to note that in this negative space is a very important button, and that is the standby button. There's a lot of times you're going to be actually just turning off a specific piece of equipment, so you can maybe not go through iron ore at this time. Like, okay, hold on a sec, I need iron ore for something else, and so you can just turn off the refinery and it'll take care of it for you. So biomass, we can right click on it and it'll split the stack in two, and then we can double click and it'll throw it into there. You can also, I think, shift click and it'll move it into there. Yeah, shift click will move it into there. This is like almost basic Minecraft style of inventory management. Pop this thing open. Same thing in here. I could go through and split a stack if I wanted to. You take, this is your fruit where you can heal yourself with this stuff. And you just basically put it in your hands and you could just, there you go. Otherwise, like, that's your basic, like, here's how you're getting started, getting some processing going. I wish I would have found copper because I could show you like how to build other stuff. But at the very least, you understand that it is very simple and very quick to get in and just start putting together a base. And then if you don't like it, you can just go tear it down and just do something, start all over again. Like tearing this stuff down is easy. Just basically do this. The resources will either go into your bag, or if your bag is full, it'll just go into your inventory. I'm sorry, into a box on the ground. So at some point here, that should happen actually. This is going to unpack everything. Is it crazy? You just don't like it. It's like, you know what? Nah, we're moving. We're moving. Of course, you're gonna have a bunch of packages on the ground because you're not gonna be able to carry all this stuff. But apparently, I am. Yeah, actually, I can carry everything still. So I was hoping we could get a little box on the ground, but that's not gonna happen. So that's that. Let me see. Let's go over here. Actually, no, I'm not gonna show you any more of this planet because my planet is equally as beautiful. So let's go ahead and go to my save, and then what's my most recent one? Probably the one with the most time. I have 10 hours in. Oh, look at that. I was tempted on actually leaving it open for a while and just letting it process stuff, but at the time I didn't have a very efficient fuel source, and so I kept running out like every 10 minutes, and it was very annoying. So know that there's efficiency that can be found in everything, and that's what the game will basically teach you slowly as you unlock stuff. So let me go and get this in my hand here. So this is my base. I'm not going to explain what everything is here. That's for you to discover, but just so you get an idea of how you can expand into a giant processing plant starting from what I just showed you. I have a number of generators. I have a number of conveyors all over. I just put in a second floor here. I'm going to start expanding into the second floor. You could see over there I have a miner just like the one I showed you. Let's go and do this, and that's just loading up. That is loading up some limestone. Up here at the top, you could see that I have some copper ore coming from up over the hill, as well as some wire going up over the hill. It is a very easy game to get just totally lost in, completely lost in. Because you're just like, oh, you know what? Maybe I can make something more efficient if I do blank. And by the way, like, you'll learn, but the colors on the top of those things, green, yellow, red, all that, they all mean something. And I'll come back and take a look at those later. So let's do a little bit of world exploration, because this is you're gonna be out here doing a lot of this, running around and setting up nodes and setting up remote sites and doing all this stuff. There are enemies, and I'm certain we're going to run into a couple. I'm going to show you probably one of the more common enemies. That green gas, don't walk into it. That's pretty self-explanatory. And let me see if I can get up over here. I should just be vacuuming the stuff. Walk right into it. That was smart. That hurts. Pain. There we go. I didn't realize it came all the way to the edge like that. Right after I said something, man. This is your most common type of enemy that you're going to be encountering. I have like no health, so this is going to be fun. He's got some zoomy boys in him. Come on. Give him a couple good zaps here. This is your starting device. It's a very handy tool. There we go. Now, listen. You may not be quite as good your first time. It takes some practice. Just ragdolls over there. So look at this beauty! Oh man, it really is just a stellar looking game. Just a stellar looking game. So this is on that planet, on this planet. This is obviously your most common area biome, but there are a number of, and this is where I'm walking to right now. There are a number of biomes that you will be able to explore that are very, very different. I've already come across a couple that are just amazing. Very similar to like World of Warcraft, actually. Yeah, that's what it is. It's definitely like World of Warcraft vibes when you go from one area to another. Like, oh yeah, just where everything just like changes. It almost seems abrupt, but this is kind of like a smoother way of doing it, which is exactly what I'm showing you, where I'm taking you right now. Let's go. Now, while we're walking, actually, let's go ahead and cover the UI stuff. We got two of them. I have no health. Oh boy, I didn't load up any food. Hold on, they're relentless, by the way. Oh, I didn't pick it up. That's not good. Can't see him. You be able to see him here? Here he is. There it is. You can eat and run. Take another bite. Another bite. Here we go. Oh, nice. I guess he just ran a little too far. Perfect. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take some food and put it in my offhand here. I'll put this in my main hand. Don't worry about everything else in there. Don't you worry about none of that stuff. Anyway, so UI. Very top there, you have a bunch of waypoints you can place down. Okay, here he comes. We're going to just try to do some more avoiding maneuvers. Ow! Now, he does do a massive knockback. So if you're facing the wrong direction, it will absolutely chuck you down the hill and do more damage. There is fall damage. Here we go. Hold on. We'll lose him over here. Can you figure that out? I don't think so. Sometimes it gets stuck on ledges and such. Well, look at this. Oh, okay. I don't want to do that because I'm going to fall. But look at this. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. And we just cross over this ridge. There are a number, and this is why I think it gives me the World of Warcraft vibes, because there's a lot of biomes that kind of exist like on the other side of a split in the rocks kind of thing, you know? Yeah. So you really get that sense of like you're going up a hill and you go over a hill and now you're in another zone. It pops up and it plays the music for this Teldrassil or Durotar or anything like that. Yeah, it's a very cool and it's very reminiscent experience for sure. So yeah, at the top you have your compass, just kind of shows you where everything's at, things that you've placed. It's empty initially, and you start populating with stuff. Your toolbar at the bottom, you can put things that you can build down there. So let's say the hub, for example. If I hover over this and I click 7, now it's number 7. So I could go and say, okay, I'm gonna put a hub right here, bloop, and place it right there. So you could. There's no reason to stay where you start. You can just pack everything up like I showed you just a minute ago and just move. The platforms, again, this is a very early item here. Just place a platform over here. So let's say if I came over here and like, you know what, I kind of like this spot. Let me go ahead and set up a couple things. You could do this Fortnite style, just kind of run around and start placing blocks all over the place. And it's very, very quick actually. I think I could probably, whoa, look at that, boy, sign me up. There we go. And then we put some walls. Oh, I'm out of materials. But trust me, there are walls. I'll put one wall here as you can see it. No, I can't. Oh, why? Oh, it's probably because this thing's above. Let me read the text, see what it says. Let me see. What do you say? It says, can't afford... Oh, iron plate I'm missing. Yeah, okay, there we go. That's what it was. That's what it was. We'll go ahead and just, yeah, leave it there. But, I mean, yeah, it's a basic... In terms of, like, your... how you interact with the game, it's very common. You know, No Man's Sky, Subnautica, it's very common like that. Like how you interact with the environment, how you interact with mobs. They're not really out to kill you necessarily, but you will come across hostile mobs. You enter their territory, they're going to defend it, kind of thing. There's no waves of monsters or anything like that come and attack you. There is, however, a spider mode or something, arachnophobia mode or something like that I have not yet tried. I'm not quite sure if I want to though. But yeah, I mean, like, let's see what there's email and such, which you get messages from the people that have put you on this planet, which is part of the story, which you'll unlock you'll discover as you play. But overall, man, I am impressed. Like, I don't know where this game was a year ago or when it came out on Epic, but I am thoroughly impressed in the progress that they have probably made since then. It definitely feels like Subnautica levels. You know, I don't know where the story goes after this, if it kind of hits a dead end or whatever, but in terms of continuing to build and you know, make my base more and more efficient and doing all this work and rewiring and all that stuff, like, it totally tickles that part of the brain. You know, it really, really gets in there and just kind of embeds itself and makes you think about this shit at night. You know, 12 o'clock at night when you're trying to sleep, you're like, well, wait a second. What if I move this thing over here? Let me just hop on real quick and just rewire something real quick. So yeah, I got a couple of mobs coming our way, and I think with that, we'll go ahead and sign off. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Mike B. The game is called Satisfactory. Oh God, he's gonna chase me all the way over here. Hold up. We could do this. Where's he at? Come on, no. Yeah, we're gonna do this now. Yeah, get your zoomies on. Let's go. Give me the zoomies. Give it to me. Here it is. Oh! Right now, this is it. Oh, no. Follow me. Come on, let's go. That's how we're closing things out. Nope. Whoa! Oh, can he come back? Yes, he can. Right here. This is it. Come on, buddy. Let's close it out. Give me some zoomies. There it is! My name is Mike B, aka Phoning Satisfactory. Pick it up now. Guy disappeared. See you later.